Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's Monday. It's Monday after my son's birthday, and I am fucking tired. I'll tell you what, I went to bed last night at 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock last night, and woke up a couple times throughout the night because, you know, I'm fucking old and I gotta pee. And then woke up for good about 5:30 this morning, and couldn't go back to sleep, but I could have laid in bed all day. But regardless, we're gonna get to work. We're gonna get this shit knocked out here. We are gonna head over to 701 South Arlington, which is the one where we sanded the floors. My dad did attempt to stain them, and I think he said the stain wouldn't take or something like that. So we're gonna go check it out. We are going to do all the maintenance over at that property, and then we're going to be heading over to a Scott Street property, and we painted out and stuff on Friday, which I didn't video, but we are going to do some maintenance there. And I know some of the things that we're going to do, people are wanting to learn how to do it. So we'll teach you guys while we're over there, but first, let's get over to 701 and let's go find Antonio. All right. So we just got here. Antonio's going out to go get the stuff. So Antonio, I'll leave you guys with Antonio while he changes out the ceiling fan. I've got to run to Home Depot, pick up 2 smokes, 2 blank covers, outlet blank, and a couple other things for the maintenance here. Maintenance is pretty simple. Ceiling fan's going to be a big thing. So I'll leave you guys here with him to do that. I'll go to Home Depot, but I will show you guys real quick. This is what happened with the stain. So Dad tried to stain these floors. You see the new wood right there, it took great. But the stuff right here, it just really wiped right back off for the most part. So I still don't know what the plan is. I don't know if the homeowner's wanting to lay floor now. She wants to pay like some professionals to come in here, because they'll sand the fuck out of this, like really, really deep, deeper than I will. So I don't know, but probably won't know for a long time, to be honest, until the homeowner decides. So in the meantime, we'll knock out this little bit of maintenance. I'm gonna go to Home Depot, and I'll see you guys when I get back. Alright, that does it for here. Got everything all fixed up. Maintenance is done. Changed out this thing. If you remember, it was a big long fucking thing. We do still apparently have a leak coming from up here. So I called the office, let them know about it. And we'll see what happens with that. This place is cleaned up all our trash. And ready to go. Antonio's got the bag on, he's ready to rock. So we're off to Scott. See you guys there. All right, guys. So I did have some really exciting news that I wanted to share with you guys. As of last night, I finished setting up the merch store, online store. We now have t-shirts, we have tank tops, we have hoodies. By the time you see this, I should have hats as well. I haven't figured out how to get them on my store yet, but this is a different company than I was initially going to go with. I'm not going to name drop who I was initially trying to go with, but out of New Jersey, and honestly, like, their products and stuff were really nice, but their plans were weird. I didn't feel like I had as much creativity as I wanted with the merchandise, but more than any of that, their communication was horrendous. My last email I had from them was on the 23rd of June. It is now the 15th of July. And I still don't have a response from that email. So the new merch store is up now. We went through a different company, through a company called Bonfire. So website's going to be bonfire.com/store/JoeBear32. It's also going to be dropped in the description down below. So make sure you guys go there, grab you some merch. I'm going to try to put up new stuff all the time as much as I can, as much as this brand can come up with some new shits. All right. So small change of plans here. Instead of being in the unit in the back like I thought we were going to be, we are going to work in here. This is, if you guys are keeping up with my TikTok, this is the TikTok I posted where we hung the kitchen cabinets, me and Antonio did. So this is the bathroom in here. We gutted all of this. Last week me and Antonio drywalled this, but the issue we ran into was this gap right here. So, get my finger behind it there. So, my dad's gonna tile all this all the way to the ceiling. And with that gap, your tile's gonna have to sit, like that at an angle instead of sitting straight up and down. So, we're gonna go through here, drywall all this, drywall all that, and then you come in and hang tiles. So let's get started. Should be right by your hands and mark. Yes, sir. So that you need to come over here. All right. Now, if you don't think about it, it's super easy. In all honesty. So we need this entire board to drop 4 3/4 inches to reach the floor. Right? That's the goal here. So it's 4 3/4. 4 3/4. So this is the beginning of our shower pan. So from here to here is where we're hitting the pan and not dropping down. So what we gotta do, take this, 4 3/4, mark it. Since we've done that, 2 pluses to this. That's a factory edge, that's a factory edge, right? Yeah. So we can take this bead square, say shabam. Bam. Take this. Here and here. This is what I said to you in the beginning, was 4 inches, notch it. Then he said something about sliding it behind on the left side, I'll try it.
gotta cut like this. It's good to cut the short end first.
Yup. Because the short end, I'm gonna have to go all the way through in order to get this to break. And obviously, it's easier to work through this far, but it isn't trying to go all the way through all this just so I can just break that. My shoulder or my elbow. I just lock and I pull my entire body.
Instead of doing with your hands, like
Instead of doing like this when you're like trying to keep that, I just lock this and I just pull my entire body backwards. And if it's a long cut, I'll hold it, I'll take a step back and I'll keep pulling. Center back in. Careful, because it's going to be a little more flimsy. There we go.
over the lip of the tub behind, right?
Yep. Now we're to the floor. How we sitting on the lip over there?
Go down on my own.
Should be perfect, right? What do you mean, why are we taking it all the way along?
Taking it all the way here, you just cut it through.
Oh, because by the time I put half-inch drywall here, then you put a half-inch tile, they didn't want us to border it, so you'd have no way to transition.
Okay.
So, in order to do this up here, right, first thing we want to worry about is our overall height. It should be right at 48. That's fucking right there. We might be able to work with it. Alright, so first things first, come over here to your tall. Run this from that corner, you want to run it to the break right here. Here's what we want to look at. The drywall we want to cut is going to look like this, right? Essentially. So what we have from here to here, 65. Okay. Now we want to do the same thing, but you want to go to here.
Okay.
Piece that goes right here, right? Which is this little piece right here.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So now let's try it again. No, that's fine, because we're going to have to cut it out. It's got to be 7 foot and a half. So when we make our cuts on our board, this is where our measurements should come from.
And this right here, basically when you go from 65 to the 7 foot mark, it'll automatically.
Right, so if you got your drywall right, like this.
Like that, yeah.
And then I say 65's right here. As long as I go from this point right here,
To that point.
and it's 7 foot, I say 7 foot right there, and I go to this point, that's gonna make my line, we're just gonna make that.
Okay.
And then we'll obviously have the other piece.
Knock that out. Okay.
That'll notch that out. All right, you got it? You think you got it?
When you go through it like that, it really ain't.
It's simple.
But we gotta get our board.
So get the board up here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself.
And I'm gonna have you mark it. We're gonna make you a drywaller yet.
That's our max, right there, right?
7 foot and a half inch. Okay.
Now, 65.
So now, here's first thing you want to think about. How is this going in? Where's our cut edge supposed to go?
This is supposed to go toward that wall, right? Toward the outside wall, toward the body.
The door or the shower side?
The door.
Now,
You want
your cut edge goes to the shower side because the tile is going to height.
high, okay.
So that way we don't, if it's not perfectly straight, not a huge
So it's
deal.
gonna be here. Okay, so hold on, wait.
So where do all your cuts need to be?
This is going toward the shower side. My cuts will be over there.
There you go. told you, I'm making you do it. Well, I'm letting you do it. I'm just gonna teach you.
Yeah. So this is my max length. So that corner cut.
No, you're up. This is as long as you're going. This is the entirety of the wall right now.
So I need to start from there and come over 65, right?
Yep. There's that. So straight up, cut the job. I'm being serious. You know. Now, mark that at the top. The tippy top of the drywall. That's where you want to mark it at.
Do I want to come down?
No. See how you're like a half inch down?
Yeah.
You want this at the very tippy top of the drywall. That's where you want your pencil. Now let me explain to you why. If you put your mark down here, and then you try to draw a line from down here to your 7 foot down here, everything's going to be off because you're a half inch shorter than you should be. So that's why you put it at the very top. So now, your next one needs to be 7 foot.
7 foot. So,
Well, where's the 7 foot go?
should I measure to see the distance? Maybe I'm making things harder than what the fuck it really is. Like, why you explaining, yo?
Alright, so here's the easy way to figure out where we're trying to figure out where this point is, right?
Right.
You've already figured out where that point is.
Right.
So now you know where this one is. So here's the thing we know. We know that we're either A, gonna butt to this ceiling, or B, we're gonna butt to this drywall. That's the two options. So if I had to guess, we're gonna butt to this drywall. It's gonna be our easier option. So go ahead and measure from here to here.
And that'll give me.
That tells you where that mark needs to go. So that gives you 31 3/4, roughly, a little heavy.
31 3/4.
Okay.
So now I'll come down from here, 31 3/4.
Nope. You're doing it backwards. What mark's up there?
Ceiling.
The ceiling.
That's the ceiling.
So you got to come from here, 31 3/4 or 7/8. You're right around the middle of the two. But look, here's what you have to do first. You have to go here and a half inch. Remember, you want your 7 foot mark.
Yeah. Okay.
So you go from here and you go in a half inch,
And then
mark it so you know where to put it, and then you do that up there.
going this way for my half inch, right?
Yep. So now you do your half inches there.
And I go for my half inch 31 for my half inch mark, right?
So take this, line it with that, and then you go 31 3/4 up there.
47.
Somewhere in between the two there. It's gonna be tight either way. Alright, so you got that mark, right? So now that you know where that's gonna be, now you come over here and measure it that way, 7 foot. So now put a mark at 7 foot. It's not gonna line up with that mark.
Yeah. This ain't even, this 6 foot on that job.
What?
I hope I didn't fuck up, brother.
Yeah, you did. You cut this entire sheet at 6 foot.
I'm not gonna use 2 pieces now, though, right?
I mean, now we can use 2 pieces because we don't have another sheet to unfuck it with. Oh, God. Oh, you know, I didn't even think about it. I was just thinking, looking at this one, that's more than a foot.
Okay, but can I still use my corner?
Okay, so that's your 65.
Yeah. This is my 65.
So what's the overall length of this?
It should have been.
I know what it should have been, but what is it now? That's what we gotta figure out.
6 feet and a half.
6 feet and a half. Okay, so now,
Damn, my bro.
it's not a big deal. I've done it. Now we gotta go in there, find out where on that corner is 6 feet and a half. And when we find what 6 feet and a half is, then we know how deep it is on here.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like you fucking high school.
Look
So
at
okay,
shit.
the 6.5. So I'm going down. I'm going from here up here 41 inches.
Yes. But you want to be right on this edge this time.
Okay.
So we run this all the way up. Find 41. Alright. Now, here's where people fuck up. Like this. To the point where your pencil goes off the drywall. If you do it down here, it's gonna fuck up. So the end of the drywall, move this to the end of the drywall.
And that's my.
That's your line. Don't worry. See how it goes to the end? It's not down in the middle of your mark or anything like that. This should go right to the end. That should line up perfect. It's honestly probably going to be a little bit easier for us to do this in 2 different sheets. I just try to use 1 sheet all the
I
time.
want to use it too, man.
So the good news is right now all we have to do is cut that. And that's going to give us an idea if we're in, if we're even making the right angle anyway.
Somebody shit coming.
You're not an asshole talking shit?
Okay.
You're fine. Now take this, go put it on the wall.
You just go in this way. Wow.
Dude, I do that shit all the time. It's fine. Woo. What's not square? Should be good. Push it back up. You had it. There you go.
It's fucking lit.
Hold on. Hold on. Just hold. Take a breath.
I'm down. You're right, brother. Food is gonna be a little tight.
Yeah.
Now, should I try to put this in first, the bottom half? Should I?
Just hold that. Hold that top towards the wall.
Okay.
And then bring this bottom out. Let's see how far it is. Okay, that's a good one. Side.
Maybe a half an inch, maybe.
Yeah, let's put this back up again. How did we do? That corner looks good though. To be honest.
That is a good cut.
So.
We're gonna try to read out the.
Oh, that's why I started hitting the drywall. Okay. All right, hold on. Just, can you hold it for a second?
Yes, sir.
We're just gonna do this the super fucking easy way. Push that. You're not all the way to the ceiling. We're going to work again. Up. Can't push that up anymore. Alright. I think the ceiling's not square. Okay. Now hold tight.
So I'm all the way up. Okay.
Alright. Pull this down. Set it right behind you.
Should I get the oscillating tool for that? Okay.
Yep. That's what I was just about to say. Grab the oscillating tool. Cut that line. Well, when you run into a situation like this is now a factory edge, which was always a factory edge, but now, since we have to put something against this, you can line up factory edge to factory edge.
Okay.
And it'll line up. And if you do a cut edge to a cut edge, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a gap somewhere. So, this also is not straight, so we're going to have to kind of keep that in mind. That's rounded up there. Show you guys what I'm talking about. See, this is actually rounded
Right there. Right
instead
there.
of just coming here. So we're probably, this is where it's going to get tricky. So now we're going to go from here, right at this point, 40 and 7/8. Since we're covering this up.
Damn, I need to make it a little bit more.
Okay. And then right here.
And what you call it, 7/8 maybe?
It's not 7/8, but it's not 3/4, and I don't do 16ths.
Okay.
To be honest, like my mind just doesn't work that way. So in my mind, when I see it, I see 33 and 3/4 plus 1.
Plus 1. So that lets you know you can fluctuate in that
No,
middle.
that tells me from here to here is 33 and 3/4 plus 1 line.
Oh, okay.
You can
Okay,
get
yeah,
in-
I like how you do that.
You can
yeah.
get in all the 16ths and shit, but at the end of the day, I'm saying the exact same fucking thing right here.
Yeah, I get it. I like
They
that.
can give me fucking hate and say I can't read and take measurement. I don't give a shit. This right here tells me exactly which line I need.
Plus 1. 3/4.
You can't fuck up a fucking 5/16 and a fucking 9/16 if it's 33 and 3/4 plus 1.
And it's so, it make my brain work better.
Yes.
Instead of all them fucking 16.
I work on everything simple.
Yeah.
There's no reason to make it harder than it has to be.
Okay.
There's no reason it just needs to be whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
We're getting to the same point. And that's going to drive a lot of carpenters nuts.
It works better though when you
It's what works for everybody. You know, everybody's different. So like this one right here, 31 and 7/8 plus 1.
I get your measurements now, bro. I do though. I get. So hold on, wait. I know, and then we also gotta come under here.
Yep.
Okay. It's fine.
So then we're going to go here. That's 29 and 5/8.
This is your max,
Yes.
and you will come down.
So we'll come
gradually.
down to 33 and 3/4 plus 1 at this point.
Yep.
And
And how
then-
would you measure that? Like, how would you?
Well, that's what we're about to do. So your max here is 11 and 7/8. This is why I like writing this shit on the walls, because I can actually see it and know it. And then I'll do exactly what I did over there. I'll draw a fucking diagram so I know where my marks need to be. Okay. And then at 31 and 7/8 plus 1, it needs to be 11 and a half. So this is 11 and a half. Here, I'm about to confuse myself, but I'll find it. So this is all 11 and a half here. So that's my max, is 11 and a half. And then it
What
goes
about
up
this?
into this point. So where I measured 33 and 3/4 plus 1, right? I can go, actually do it this way because it's a little bit easier just to see it. So now I want to go 33 and 3/4 plus 1, and then I want to find where I hit the wall, which is right there. Like I said, this isn't, not everybody does these the same way. This is just how I do it, and it helps me. Okay, now there's some guys that'll fucking take drywall and they can somehow make this measurement and shit like that. Now see, this is 80, this is 80. 8 and a half minus 1.
Okay.
So to me, this right here, and a half minus 1.
Okay.
It's
And that's
here
from there to there.
to here.
Okay.
And it goes to this point. So, we're gonna have our sheet of drywall, right?
The max 47/8 length.
Yep,
11
40
is-
and 7/8, so that's what this is gonna be.
the
40
max-
and 7/8, and then we're immediately gonna cut it at 11 and 7/8.
Okay.
Right? So then we'll wind up with, say we wind up with this sheet. Say that's 11 and 7/8, right? So then we're gonna come down. We'll say this is 8 and a half minus 1. Right?
Right. Now you get to
So
the.
then this is where, that means we're gonna have, it's gonna come from this point and basically do this.
Mhm.
This is where the curvature starts. Right?
Right.
So then that tells us at this point, it needs to be 11 and a half. Yeah, that needs to be 11 and a half. And this right here, from this point to this point, 31 7/8 plus 1. And then from this point to this point, which is this line right here, is 29 5/8.
A lot of numbers, but it's simple. I understand.
Yeah, it's not hard.
I understand.
When you break it down like this to its, so it's like they teach you in school, right? Keep it simple, stupid. And what they teach you in math all the time is break something, whatever the fuck, the geometry, whatever it was called, break it down to its simplest point. The simplest thing to do with this sheet, which I think, yeah, the sheet we have right now is a 2x4 sheet, right? Because you cut 2 foot off, you meant to cut 1 foot off. So you cut 2 foot off, so we got 2x4 sheet. So all of this is going to go away. We're only going to be dealing with this other side.
Okay.
But when you look at all these numbers and try to figure it all out here, it just sometimes it gets overwhelming. So you just break it down. First thing you want to think of is where's your factory edge, right? You cut this side. So first, I always think identify factories. Factory, factory, factory. Only problem is you've got a little fuck up in that corner, but I can mud that out and that's going to be fine because it's not completely broken.
Okay.
So since we know this is a factory edge, like we said, we want factory on factory in there. So first things first, we go over here, and what did I say, 11 7/8? Yeah. So we go here to 11 7/8. Alright, and like we said before, since this is factory, that's factory, we use the speed square because it'll be straight. So we'll go here, over here. Alright, give us a straight line to work with. Something's fucked up. Hold on. Literally, no. What the fuck are you? I just did exactly, I did the opposite of what you did. 100% just did the opposite of what you did. I just did 12 and 7/8. That's why I'm saying, dude, it's not like you fucked anything, like nobody's ever done that before, you're a fucking idiot. Look, I did it again here. I've done it, dude. I literally just did it without thinking about it. That's normally what I fuck up is I go too long.
Okay.
But I've done it.
How did you catch it? The line just didn't match up.
Because this didn't match up with this, and that throws a red flag in my head right away. Because I know this one's right. So it was either this one was fucked up or that one was fucked up. Turns out, it was the other one. Alright, so we got straight there. Okay. That point. So, this is our width. This is 11 7/8. This is our big as we're going. Okay? We're starting with this corner right here. That's actually the one thing we didn't. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you got one phone.
40 and 7/8 was our height. So, this is also why we can use this piece. This piece is 4 foot wide. The drywall's 4 foot wide. So, we're going to go here. What did I say? 40 and 7/8. So we're actually going to lose that corner, the 29 and 5/8. What are we doing? We got 29 and 5/8 here.
And you're taking this completely to the edge, right?
Yep. This is me telling myself what our lowest point is, right?
Okay.
So we know, we already know from the last board we cut, this is going in a 1/2 inch.
Right.
So what we can do is we can actually take our speed square right here, line this up, and there's my 1/2 inch mark, right there. So we can actually go ahead and count for that. So there's our little piece right there, right? So now I know from where this line right here goes, from the bottom, it's 31 7/8 plus 1. So I go here, I go here, 31, 7/8, plus 1. Bam. Now, because I do the plus 1, now that's the exact same work I want to do. So, what we can do, since that's a factory edge, I can line this up. As long as this is straight on that edge. Right there, I should have a nice straight line. Use nice and straight, it's fucking drywall. So this goes here, right? This is where that curvature is going to be. Okay. So our curvature is 8.5 from here this way. So basically, at some point, this is our straight line, right?
But at some point,
We need to be at 8.5, which this is definitely the hard way to figure this out. But it tells me 8.5 is right here. So that means that this, instead of being a straight line, just needs to be a little curve. That's all. Doesn't have to be perfect.
that line from here to the ceiling right here to our point is straight.
Yep. So this will be straight. So we'll go literally from. Alright, so there's our cut. We go straight and then it starts to round off. Now, is this going to be exact? No. Do I probably need to shave it down? Probably. But
When you cut this, you'll still use the blade, or do you oscillate 290 better when you're doing no angles?
I'll still use my blade. I'll still use totally wish for this.
Okay.
That'll make it all shitty. But that's essentially, this is going away, this is going away, this is the piece we're working on.
Okay.
Alright, so that's our board. It should at least be close. Okay, so the drywall is hung. This actually turned out really good. We can always call it that. So the drywall's all done in here. Like I said, me and Antonio did that last week. Then we figured out we got to do all this. So now I'm gonna mud it. I gotta mud this seam. I gotta mud this seam. I'm not worried about those corners because of the tile. I know this seam needs to be mudded. This seam needs to be mudded, and then we'll deal with the ceiling part later. So let's get some mud on the wall. Alright, so the mud's finally done. Boss man just stopped by, so I talked to him. That's why it's already partially dried. Got that fan beating on it. A lot of air movement. That's done. If you guys didn't see the TikTok video, jump over to TikTok at the end of this video and watch me and Antonio putting up these cabinets. Then I just had the granite guy come earlier to measure. We're gonna put granite in here. Electricians will figure all that out. So tomorrow we will be in the unit behind here doing all the maintenance over there. And we'll teach you guys how to cut down doors and shit like that. But until then, I'm out of the fucking house to drink a beer. So I'll see you guys next time. Now again.